Continue the following story. Plain though she is, I love her and always will. Plain though she is, I love her and always will. It may seem impossible to accept that a police officer could actually be in love with a petty criminal, but I am. She is not much to look at, though at quick glance she may pass for cute. The first time I met her, she was in deep trouble. A group of boys had her surrounded in the street and were about to attack her. I blew my whistle and ran forward. One look at my blue uniform and the boys took to their heels. They did not look behind. Having no real interest in catching them, as I did not know if they had committed any crime, I returned to attend to the victim. She was standing there looking after the fleeing boy and she had a satisfied smile on her lips. I walked up and asked her if she was hurt. She shook her head, mumbled her thanks and began to walk away. I looked after her until she disappeared from my sight. "The smartest pickpocket in the street," said a voice. I wheeled around and saw Officer Wendy smiling at me. "Who?" I asked. "That girl that you were looking at just now," she said. Then she continued and told me all about the girl. Her name was Angela and she was 20 years old. She was a school dropout. She had to stop school at the age of 12 years because both her parents had been killed in an accident. She was bringing up her brother who was in school. Everyone knew that she was a pickpocket, but no one had been able to prove anything. In fact, Wendley suspected that some of the police officers actually left her alone because of pity. I was astounded and decided to investigate and know everything about Angela. It took a week for me to confirm that everything Officer Wendy had told me was true. One more thing I found out was that Angela's brother was in a secondary school. I decided to do something about it. I began to follow Angela. She had a kind heart and picked on only rich people. She even gave some of her loot to charity. As I had expected to, within a week I caught her in the act. It was in a supermarket and I saw her bump into a gentleman, scold him and pick his pocket at the same time. Next minute my hand gripped hers. She turned to face me angrily and the next minute her anger turned to fear and then tears came streaming down her cheeks. She looked pathetic and I shall never forget the look she gave me that day. "Return it," I ordered coldly. She nodded vigorously and walked up to the gentleman and returned his wallet, explaining that she had found it on the floor. I signaled to her and walked with her to the cafe. There I gave her a long lecture and warned her against any future crimes. I told her to meet me next day. She did as I asked her and I took her to a friend's company. I told him everything about her and he agreed to employ her, in order to give her a chance to reform. I call on her frequently now, on the pretext of checking on her. So far she does not suspect that my interest in her is not all official. I have only one problem now, telling her how I really feel about her. They never taught us how to do that in the academy.